Hello, today I'll introduce you to a very interesting type of problem in current electricity regarding circuit analysis, that is infinite grid circuit. What is an infinite grid circuit? You can see all the resistances given are R, and in all directions the circuit is extending up to infinite. The resistance elements are extending up to infinite, hence it is called an infinite grid circuit. Now what I have to do? I have to calculate the equivalent resistance between any two adjacent points, or I can say any two pair of points which are adjacent to each other. Suppose I am taking this point and this point and labeling these as A and B, and I have to calculate the equivalent resistance between A and B. You can take this pair of points, or you can take this pair of points, doesn't matter, you can take any of them. Now I have to calculate the equivalent resistance between A and B. Now let's look at a similar circuit, or I can say let's look at a simpler circuit. Suppose I have two resistors connecting like this. Values are R and R. If I am sending in I amount of current, then it will be divided in I by 2 and I by 2, and then again in this junction I will get I amount of current. Now you can easily calculate the equivalent resistance from this arrangement. So to calculate the equivalent resistance between A and B, I have to send I current in through A, and I have to take back the same amount current from B. But we cannot do this by using a single current source. Here if I use only one current source, then it will serve the purpose for us. But in this case, what will happen? Suppose I am looking from infinite, then I have the same footing for the point A and point B. I have the same sort of view for point A and point B from infinity. So suppose I have connected a current source which is sending in I amount of current. Then if I connect this terminal with this current source like this, then if I current is coming out from B, then to me from infinity I can think that the same line, because A and B has the same footing to me, so I can consider that same line is sending I amount of current and the same line is taking out I amount of current, so the total current getting into the circuit is equal to 0. But this is not the case. So what I am doing here, I just looking at the circuit separately and then just superpose the two portions of the circuit as I am showing you now. Suppose I am attaching a current source which is sending in I amount of current through A. Now you can see that all the resistance are symmetrically arranged across A. So I can consider that I amount of current will be divided in 4 equal parts, like I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, and also through this line I by 4. So now I am not drawing I amount of current from B, I am just sending I amount of current through A. So now for this particular resistance, the amount of current flowing is equal to I by 4. Now to calculate equivalent resistance, we know that the same amount of current I have to take back from the another terminal. So I have to take back same amount of current, that is I, from the terminal B. So to do this, what I have to do? I have to connect another current source which is drawing the same amount of current I from the circuit. Now this I is sending into the circuit through A, and this I am drawing it from the point B. And how I will get this I? So I can think that 4 I by 4s are adding here to give us the I amount of current. So I did this separately, and then I am just superposing one circuit over another. So now if I look at this particular resistance R, then I can see that the amount of current passing through this resistance, I am not writing it, I am just putting the values. The amount of current passing through this resistance is equal to I by 4 plus I by 4. Why I am adding? Because the direction of the current for this particular current and for this particular current is same here, and hence two I by 4s are joined to give us I by 2 amount of current. So when I am sending I amount of current through A and taking I amount of current through B, then the current passing through the resistance is equal to I by 2. You can say similar sort of thing that I am sending in I amount of current and I am taking I amount of current. The difference is here I have to connect only one current source and here I am connecting two current sources, and the reason I have told you. Now if I have an equivalent circuit for this, and suppose R equivalent is my equivalent resistance, then if you send I amount of current, then you will get I amount current in this side. That is, if you connect a current source here and which is sending in I amount of current, that will give you the same amount current in this terminal also. So if this is the equivalent circuit of this particular circuit, then the potential drop across this resistance must be equal to the potential drop across this resistance. Now current through this resistance is equal to I by 2. So potential drop across AB is equal to I by 2 into R, and here potential drop across R equivalent is equal to I multiplied by R equivalent. Now these two equations, these two potential drops must be same, so I can write I by 2 R must be equal to I into R equivalent, and hence R equivalent of the circuit is equal to R by 2. So in between any two adjacent points, if I have to calculate the equivalent resistance, I get the same answer, R by 2. Let's look at another same type of problem regarding infinite grid circuit. This is also an infinite grid circuit, but it is hexagonal in shape. The previous one was rectangular. Now I have to calculate the equivalent resistance between any two adjacent points. Suppose I have to calculate the equivalent resistance between A and B. I will not tell you the mechanism now. I am just solve it for you. I am sending in I amount of current, so it will be divided in three equal parts, as these three lines are symmetrically arranged about A. So I am getting the current I by 3 through this resistance for sending in current, and now for the taking out current, I am taking out I amount of current. So 3 I by 3s are adding up to give me I. So now if you look at A and B, you can see that through the resistance R, the current passing is equal to 2I by 3. So the potential drop across AB is equal to 2I by 3. How did I get 2I by 3? This I by 3 plus I by 3. 2I by 3 multiplied by R. It's the potential drop across AB. And if I draw the equivalent circuit, this is R equivalent. I current is passing through it. The potential drop across this resistance is equal to R equivalent multiplied by I. Now if these two circuits are equivalent, then I can say that I into R equivalent is equal to 2I by 3 multiplied by R, or R equivalent is equal to 2 by 3 R. So this is a calculation for you. So I think now you can solve any kind of infinite grid circuits. So if you like my channel, then please like the video and share it with your friends, and press the bell icon so that you can get all the notifications as soon as I upload some videos. So thank you for watching.